Welcome to the Deucecast Extra. Dr. Earl and myself, or Rodeo Earl, if you will,
For this episode.
for this episode, we'll be talking about, of course, Yellowstone Season 3,
Yes.
Episode 4, and what an episode it
Man,
was.
great episode, I think.
Yeah, a lot happened. Yeah, I mean, overall, I'll start with some of the stuff that I did not like.
No,
Yeah, just to sort of go over that. I mean, some of the stuff I didn't like, I felt like we were going from couple to couple in this episode. So
it was a relationship heavy episode.
yeah,
So
it was a
little
relationship.
different,
Yeah, it was a
which I
relationship.
liked.
I liked it okay. I mean, you go from Jimmy, who, well, I mean, Jimmy, who luckily is not dead.
This is in honor of Jimmy.
Yeah, this is in honor of Jimmy. I'm really glad that he oh yeah, and I know this gentleman right here loves some Yellowstone. This is Roth from Wyoming, loves some Yellowstone. Man. So we will be we'll be talking about that. Yeah, we might actually bring Roth in at some point. We'll see. Sure. Maybe towards the end of the season we can do like a season recap or something, but I really liked, obviously, the fact that Jimmy's not dead. I mean,
yes, that's a good plus.
Because you never know. You never know what these shows are going to do. I mean, if it's like an old school show like Dallas, it kills people off left and right. So I'm really glad. Yeah, I'm really glad that that Jimmy lived, and I loved that scene at the beginning of the episode with John and Jimmy. John.
Yes.
John, in a way, I mean, he's like the father figure. He's really loyal to all his guys, which is great. I mean, it's a trait that I would think that a guy that runs a ranch that size kind of has to have. And of course, Jimmy has all kinds of. He has a spinal injury. I mean, he has all kinds of injuries. And John was, as he probably would say, I'll pay for all this as long as you don't ever rodeo again. And he throws him the rope, and he says, "Learn to rope instead." So, and then of course, learn to rope. We see Jimmy's new girl come in, and
she comes in. At first, it seems like a very innocent visit, but things change quickly.
Yeah, and like Roth says here, it shows that it pays off for them to be loyal to him back, right? I mean, that's how that works. You want your ranch hands. Yeah, you want your ranch hands to be loyal to you. So yeah, I mean, be loyal to them. I mean, and it's great. It works well for that situation. But yeah, I mean, and she's very forward. It seems like all the women on Yellowstone are very forward, because she right away says, "This is my boyfriend," so she can come into the hospital room, and everything is she claimed him. She says, "I'm a barrel runner," and she alludes to some things about her past, which is not surprising in a way, since she said she's a barrel runner, and wants a relationship with Jimmy, and likes her some Jimmy, which is fine. I mean,
so a question about that: do you think she's trying to get in to find information? Like, is she a plant to try to find information about the Duttons, or do you think this is genuine? She's moving awfully quick, and
yeah. Well, I just think that's the nature of these women in Montana. Apparently, I don't know. Well, Roth's not in Montana, but maybe he has some insight on on the ways of Montana and Wyoming. It seems like women are just very forward over there.
It's very forward.
But, yeah.
She's trying to get into the Dutton, maybe get some dirt from him about the Duttons. Maybe she's working with that global conglomerate group or whatever.
I hope not. I hope not. I hope it's more innocent than that. I mean, because look, I mean, John Dutton has enough to deal with, just having to deal with that. And a lot happens in this episode. I mean, his relationship with the governor, I think, is really escalating more than
it's a blooming.
it's blossoming. Yeah, it's more than I thought it would, though. I mean, because she's always been sort of in a position where she really could not pursue a relationship with him because politically that's kind of suicide in a way because he is always in a mess.
She's out in the look. She's
she's at the summer camp. She's at the summer camp, hanging
out
out.
there. Sorry, can't go back. Got to spend the night.
And it was great. I love Kevin Costner is great at just those scenes with her. Those actors they played so well off of each other. I think they genuinely like each other, and so Costner and whoever the actress is that plays the governor is really great.
Yeah, I like their interaction.
Yeah, and I kind of recognize her, but I can't place where I've seen her before in other stuff. But she's really good. I mean, this is a great role for her, and I just love their interaction. And he gets his old classic Costner smirk, which I love. I mean, it's all the old stuff that I love, but a lot going on. So talk to us about why she was out there, why she went to the summer camp. She had some business to attend to.
Well, the big thing is she's trying to get Casey to become the game commissioner. Is that the right term?
Right. That's right. Yeah.
So that she can move Jamie up as the district attorney.
Yes.
So that they can fight this thing because there's going to be a struggle to keep this town being built on their land, right? Is that my understanding?
Well, yeah, they don't want the resort built. I mean, obviously they're trying everything that they can. Right. I mean, Beth is
airport and ski resort, all this.
Yeah, and Ross right here, livestock commissioner. Yeah. But
we don't know. We're from Alabama. We don't.
No, we don't have this type of stuff. No, we probably do actually. But
somewhere here,
but a lot of the episode also was Beth working with, I think his name's Tom or Bob or something. I can't remember the guy's name. That she's always talking to him.
Right.
Via Skype or whatever, and they talk about. And I'm not a stocks guy, so I don't know the machinations of how all of that works. But short selling stuff, I guess, to make the stocks look bad. Their goal.
Yeah, she planted that thing in the media about them trying to go for it, which really upset Josh Holloway.
Oh yeah. Josh Holloway, his character, he was not happy. No. But because he knew immediately that it was Beth. I mean, he knew right away that she had gotten involved in this to make the stocks tank basically for that market equities company or whatever the name of that company is that is trying to build this airport, take over the land, build all these resorts and whatnot. It was fantastic seeing her go through all that, and then seeing her and Rip continue. And there was a really great moment.
Good scenes, good relational scenes with them.
Yeah, just Cole Hauser. Still, I'm baffled at this guy sort of reinventing himself with this show because he was such a B-lister. And he's really good. This is a character that it's really good for him. And those scenes that they had there at their house where she's being really vulnerable. I mean, we're continuing to see. I know. And we're seeing Beth this season more than any other be a lot more vulnerable than any season past. And it's great. I mean, I like that dynamic. When we're seeing a character evolve in that way, where she feels comfortable enough with Rip that she can have those serious conversations with him, and she basically look, I don't think I'm worthy of you, and she says it's because she can't have children, basically. I mean, and it's a cool moment because Rip's look, that does not matter to me.
I'm not interested in that. Yeah.
Not interested in that.
I think Taylor Sheridan's writing for their scenes have been just so on spot and great.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
glad he's making Beth more than just kind of this conniving, the first season, she was just so hard. And I know she's been damaged, but I'm glad they're letting her have some other facets to her character.
No, I totally agree. I mean, I think it's anytime you're able to do multiple seasons of a show, it gives you the opportunity to grow your characters more beyond what they might have been in like the first or the second season. I mean, we were so used to Beth being someone that was just like you mentioned, conniving. I mean, always getting in trouble, doing bad stuff. I mean, and this relationship with Rip, I mean, and like Melissa says, they would have to give her some redemption to boost the watchability factor, and it's true.
No,
I mean,
right.
when you have that part of a character, I mean, that helps a lot. And it gives you when you're in multiple seasons, it gives you the opportunity to do that. So,
can I mention a scene that?
Yeah, please do.
Kind of skipped over a little bit. That scene with Thomas Rainwater, and they set the sort of like this incense that's kind of a tribal thing, and that other lady just comes in and she just douses it with her water bottle. And she's a lawyer or something.
She is. Yeah, she's like, a conniving lawyer.
She just puts it out. I love that interaction too, and I like how he always sort of bounces things off his sort of bodyguard tribal guy.
Oh yeah. I mean that guy's like, if you're talking, if you're in the mafia, he'd be like the equivalent of a consigliere. I mean, he's like, he's like, really there for Rainwater. And it's, I mean, like
there's good too. I really like that interaction between her. That scene was
like Roth says, it was probably Sage. Yeah.
Sage.
And I loved that scene too, because that his right hand man, that dude's like does not like this lawyer. He's like, we have got to get all this bad mojo out of this office, because I mean, and look, Rainwater knows it's gonna be gonna take something somebody. It's gonna be messy. It's gonna take somebody cutthroat to get to these people from California, basically. And it's more cutthroat than he is used to having to get, I guess, and has to call this lawyer, who is apparently, again, we've got another great female character who I'm sure we're going to get to see more of throughout the season, who is just gonna
I know it was said in the show, but I guess we'll learn more about her.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see her.
In the first seasons, right?
She was, she was, but it was sort of like, not something that he liked to deal with in the first few seasons. But to take these people on from California, she will have to be really cutthroat, which we can tell that. I mean, she comes right in right away, and she is not having the Sage, like you said. I mean, she's like, look, guys, this is not, this is not what I'm about. I'm gonna just pour this water on the Sage, and
that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, so it was great.
The big scene. Oh, dude, the scene at the end. Are we there yet?
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about it?
Well, I mean, we can talk about.
Oh well, there's Casey and the wolf.
Again with the wolf, right? I mean, and that's an interesting. There's a lot going on there. I mean, I think eventually he's gonna probably have to kill that wolf, and maybe his wife's gonna get really mad at him or something. I don't know where we're going with that. But the other big thing is, the guys have all gone to this livestock auction.
Oh.
And they're on their way back, and this sort of leads up to the end of the episode in a way. Yes. But they're on their way back, and there's these bikers that are on the land. On
their way to Sturgis, yeah.
On their way to Sturgis, yeah, and they've stopped and they've cut the fence, and so the guys with Teeter, that's the one character Tater. That's the one character this season that I'm not totally thrilled with, but I'm sure she's going to be important later on. I mean, it's not a character that I'm a huge fan of.
Here's what I'm predicting.
Yeah.
They're going to have something that they have to be dressed up at, and she's going to be the first time they're going to see her dressed up, and she's going to look stunning, and they're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. We didn't know she was going to be, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be that cleanup moment.
Right.
Say, let me help you change your image, So anyway, that's a prediction, but we'll see if it comes true.
So as happens often in these episodes or this show, a fight occurs with all these bikers or whatever. Ooh. And Rip shows up, and Rip just cleans house.
Dude, he is awesome.
He is so awesome in this episode. He's got like that. I guess it's like one of those horse strap things where used to hit the cattle maybe, and he just tears into them. And and the prediction at that time by Rip is that they'll be back and they're going to try and cause more damage. So we'll be ready for them.
They'll try to do retribution.
Right, and we lead up to a really good John Dutton moment, which this is like I said last week. I've liked all the stuff with him and Tate. I've liked John and Tate having that grandfather and grandson relationship for the first 3 episodes. I thought it's been good, but I'm ready for John Dutton to get back to the John Dutton that we met in the first 2 seasons.
He's back.
And right, he's back for sure. So these bikers show back up. Oh yeah, Roth's right. It was worse than that. It was a branding iron. Yeah, no, he's totally Roth's right on that. It was totally a branding iron. Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious. But
we're city folk. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I'm a city folk. I don't even know what it is. Yeah, and Melissa's right here. Rip is like an old time sheriff. Every time he walks in the scene, a guy stops playing the saloon piano and everybody gets quiet. That's very accurate.
That Rip's about this close to just killing you, just straight out. He scares me when he gets that intense.
Oh yeah, because it's like that is not a dude you want to mess with when he gets and we've seen that several times throughout this series. Yes. When he gets in that mode, when he goes it's to kill over. Mode, it's not exactly. He goes to like kill mode. It's over for everybody.
It's on kill mode. It's not good.
So we've got Dutton, and he's just sort of like casually sitting here waiting for these bikers to return, and they return, and he's like, we told you we told you if you were going to come back here, we were going to end you. Basically, this was it. I mean, we're not letting you end again. And of course, as happens, these bikers all start begging for their lives.
Well, he's making them dig their own graves, basically.
He's making them dig their own graves. It was such a classic scene. I mean, it's a trope that we have seen over many years in movies and TV shows where the guys make the people dig their own graves. But
yet I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad, and they were crying, and I'm glad he didn't kill them, because I mean, I was worried. I was like, oh, dude, just don't go that far dark, but. He was scaring him. He was giving him a good.
Oh yeah, no, and they vowed to never come back. But it led to really my favorite moment of the episode, which is when he's talking to Rip, and he's like, pack up my tent. I'm coming back from summer camp, and he says my summer is over, and it's
time to get down to brass tacks.
Yeah, so we're about to really escalate things quite a bit through the remainder of the season, and I'm really looking forward to it. That was probably my favorite moment of the season so far. Is just that where
summer's over.
Yeah, exactly. And Roth points out a really good moment that the moment where Lloyd pulled a knife on the dude. It was great. That was a great moment. I loved that moment. It was like Melissa says, it was Matrix level. That's very true.
Crazy. It was crazy.
So yeah, it was a great episode. I loved the episode. And we'll definitely be tuning in for the rest of the season. Earl, did you have any parting shots?
Yeah, let me say this. So if he's got here's Jimmy on the bed. Doesn't he have a broken pelvis and a broken spine?
Yes, all of that.
Even if Jimmy was really excited about this girl climbing on him, that's just speaking as a physician, this guy is going to be in so much pain. He's not going to really be able to fulfill
consummate the relationship.
Yes, he's not going to be able to. That's just not a good idea to a spinal injury patient. I mean, even if he wants to, it's not probably gonna help happen. So.
No, probably not. That's
that
great.
Was the only unrealistic part. I thought
that was the only unrealistic part. That one part.
Yeah. Well.
No, but it was great. It was another great episode. I mean, I think that this series has always been really good about just it helping its viewers escalate to just next level. And Taylor Sheridan and his writing team are really good.
Man, solid.
Solid. And I read a really good article that says, he's got an end game to the series. He knows where he wants it to end, but it could be like several more seasons. I mean, and with it now being available not only to those that have the Paramount Network, it's also a big push on the Peacock Network. So that was like one of their big series that they wanted to push was Yellowstone. Cool. I don't know the machinations behind that because Paramount is Viacom, I thought, but apparently maybe this is a Universal show. Maybe they film it.
Will it still be on Paramount too, or is it just?
It is. It's going to be. Well, no, it's going to be on the Paramount Network still, but also on Peacock as part of their new series. And they've got some good stuff on there. I was really surprised. I have a 3-month free thing through Android or Google or whatever, and so for premium, which their premium is, you get all the shows. There's still commercials, but you get all the shows that you wouldn't have if you just have the free version of Peacock. So, and Yellowstone is one of those shows that you get with the premium. And really, when I watched Brave New World, there was only like 2 or 3 commercials. So it wasn't like commercials throughout the whole thing. It was only a couple commercials, and it's good. It's good. So, I mean, for $4.99 a month, I might keep it after the 3-month trial. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. But again, thank you guys for watching the Deucecast Extra. Yellowstone, we'll keep it going, and I really appreciate it. Check us out on the Deucecast.com. We are obviously proud members of retrozap.com. That's where our podcast is housed. So check me out on Twitter at @TheMichaelNip. And Earl, as you know,
where's Jacob
off the grid.
Wyoming? What is his name? Jacob, the guy listening?
Yeah, I have no idea where in Wyoming.
Where in Wyoming?
Isn't the only place in Wyoming Laramie? Is that even Wyoming? I don't know.
Dude. I've been to Casper, Wyoming, and I stayed in Casper for a summer project thing one time. So I know Wyoming, Cherokee.
Look, they're clamoring for you, Earl. You need to get on the Discord, man.
I need to get on the Discord, man. I know the people.
And I was right. Laramie.
Oh, he's from Laramie. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only. That was the only place I know in Wyoming. But then there's respect to Wyoming, Cheyenne, Casper, Jackson. Yeah. Jackson Hole. Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson Hole. Okay.
They have 4 towns, Earl. Come on, give them some credit in Wyoming. They've got 4 towns. But yeah. Anyways,
the Devil's Tower there.
That's right. Yeah.
I've been there. I've been to the Devil's Tower. So. Anyway,
You've been to the peak.
Wyoming adventures. Sorry, Michael. Continue.
No, you're good, man. And like Roth mentioned, the Discord as well. I mean, we have great conversation on the RetroZap Discord. So Earl, you got to get on there, man. Come on, get on the Discord. Get on the Discord. Well, it's under the Deucecast. It's under the Deucecast Discord. Okay. We need you. Yeah. Look at this. Close Encounters. Talking about the Devils.
Yeah. Devil's Tower. Oh, I know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate everybody watching live. Those of you that did, as the kids would say, for YouTube, please subscribe, like, leave comments, share this episode with your pals. But the most important thing on YouTube is subscribe. That helps us out a lot. To try and get this whole YouTube thing going a little bit more than we have over the years. And so really appreciate you guys watching, and let us know what you think. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thanks, guys.